Hello again, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Monster Prom. Just a bit of a disclaimer, my neighbours have been doing drilling and hammering for a little while. You'd expect me to wait until they stop before I start recording, but I just can't get enough of this game, and every time I want to play this game, I want to record it. So let's go ahead and play. We're going to do a shorter, definitely going to do one player, a short game here. Spooky High School, the sweetest years of our lives. Let's skip that. Who have we not played as? We've played as Doppelman. Have we played as Doppelman? Not sure. I'm gonna be playing as Zombie Man though. What shall his name be? He's not Green and he's not Brian. What is another name that I like to use? Short of my actual name. Like, I'll just go with Wynn again. There we go. Got it. Okay.
Sure.
Yeah, let's skip straight to the personality test here and see what we get. Question 1. Which god do you pray to each night before sleeping? Praying is for fools. I took compromising pics of a god molesting a tree and now I blackmail him for whatever I want. A lot more effective. Oh, I prayed to all kinds of gods. I have this business where people pay me to deliver their prayers every night. I've even started to look for a Chinese factory to outsource the prayers. I think I like that. Praying is kind of lame. I have a group text set up with some deities. Dionysus, Bastet, Loki, coolest cats in town. Let's say we outsource the prayers. So wealthy. You're elected president for a day. What's the first law you pass? Trivia fact. Presidents don't pass laws, so this is a trick question, or are you trying to be an idiot? You can deduct taxes by writing sonnets instead. Amount... Excuse me. Why has it got a butt there? Smells fresh. Is that the president of the monster world? Anyway, you can deduct taxes by writing sonnets instead. Amount of taxes deducted are calculated based on the beauty of the sonnet. $1 bill will now include a picture of me and the inscription, "Beware too much awesomeness. My presidency might last a day, but my fame will last forever." Let's do presidents don't pass laws. So smart. I think we're gonna... You know, I think we're gonna settle on doing smart and money this time. And I think I want to try and get with Vera. Let's see, the world will end tomorrow. What will you do today? Nobody ends the world but me. I'll end the world today. 100 push-ups. No, 200 push-ups. They always tell you the world is ending. I'll profit on other people's hysteria. I'll finish my novel. Whoever comes after the end should know my legacy. I always party as if there was no tomorrow, so who cares? I wonder who that's for. It's okay, we invented the apocalypse to take care of the overpopulation of commoners. Oh, Miranda. I think this one is most of Vera. Yeah! Hopefully that's a sign that, you know, we can get something going with Vera here.
Sure. Alright,
so our smarts are at 9, our money's at 7. Let's go ahead and first start off in the library, earning us some money. Look at that. That day he spent some time on the library PCs, mining some bitcoins. It's supposed to have something to do with yada yada, yada yada. Anyway, he gained 2 bitcoins, which is 2 monster dollars. So it's a 1-to-1 ratio between bitcoins and money. Alright. After, you're walking along when suddenly a car skids to a halt just in front of you. It's not the most illogical location for a speeding car to barrel through, and yet here we are. I'm in a library, and I believe this library is on top of a... on top of a spire? Vera and Damien hop out. The work isn't bad, it's just not at the level it needs to be if you want to win this all-star drag race. Against a real badass hunk of metal. What's your plan to win, Damien? Just drive your car really, really, really fast? Oh, fucking course it is! Vera, that's literally how street racing works. And that may have won you the crown in the past, but it won't work against Justin Darrington. Damien, he's driving the Thunderfuck 5000. And I'm driving Nancy, a pile of shit I lovingly cobbled together out of every car I've ever destroyed. Either in a race or just literally destroyed by an arsenal, whatever. And Nancy can take on anyone, anything, anytime. The Thunderfuck 5000 is an electric car. Nancy runs on the juice of literal, actual dinosaur corpses. What could be more badass than that? My throat is gonna... Damien, you're so hardcore that you're killing my throat as I'm trying to speak to you. I don't know, maybe running around on pure lightning? Nancy is a piece of shit, Damien. Deep down you know that she does not have what it takes to win us this thing. Seems like this drag race is pretty important to the two of them, and that they're not going to come to an agreement on their own. Looks like it's up to you to be the voice of reason, and it seems like my reading comprehension is low today. Attitude is everything, but Nancy will never embrace her inner fierceness with all of Vera's criticism. Come on, Damien, let's give this car a makeover. A makeover? No, that sounds preposterous. Vera, you're right. Nancy is amazing, but she can't quite make the grade. We need to crossbreed her with a faster car. Perfect! We can get a brand new qualified race car and Damien can still feel like his shitty subpar car is useful. Nancy is a thing of beauty and grace, Vera. But as long as her genes that live on in whatever machine I drive to victory, the plan is A-OK by me. The three of you get to work setting up what could be easily considered to be one of the most impressive and high-tech car cross-breeding programs in the country. You find a very shiny red electric limousine to service Nancy's stud as she starts the breeding process along, which mostly consists of making the cars a reservation at an appropriately fancy and expensive restaurant and loading up their CD players with smooth jazz. Yep, that is how you were born, kids. Except, swap out the cars and replace them with actual human beings. And boom, you've got a baby. Sometime later, Nancy gives birth, don't ask how, not important, to the ultimate race car. Look at what we've made, hey guys? I mean, mostly what Nancy and El Diablo made. But we helped get them there. Yeah, honestly, this car is a masterpiece. I've been looking for my next business venture and I think I may go into high-end race car breeding. People make thousands of breeding horses to race, and horses want to fuck. How hard could that be? By that logic, I bet I could make millions breeding race cars. You totally could. I'd be your first customer. You actually already were. I'll send you your invoice later. Well, looks like Damien has the last race in the bag. Vera has a new business venture, and the world has a new species of super race car. He gained 2 boldness, 1 money from a kickback what's a kickback? And 1 money from a kickback from Vera, which comes with a genuine smile from her. Score! Oh, sweet. Alright, now, remember what I said. I want to focus on smarts.
Sure.
I forgot about lunch. Lunch. Vera and Miranda, huh? You arrive at your chosen table to find Vera looking askance at Miranda's lunch, a single very suspicious looking apple. Is she askance? I've never seen that word before. Is she curious about it? Miranda, honey, your apple seems to be pulsing with unhealthy purple light. Oh, I'm sure it's just your imagination. Ugh. It also has a skull on it, and it smells like lighter fluid. I don't think it's for eating. Of course it's for eating. It's a perfectly standard poison apple. You know, the sort that puts a princess to sleep for 100 years. You literally just admitted it's poison. I know. As I always said, I wouldn't be the kind of princess who eats a poison apple. But how else will I find a prince to wake me with a true love's kiss and live happily ever after with me? Girl, we need to have a little talk about feminism. You back me up on this. Tell her she doesn't need to poison herself for the sake of a man. You don't need to eat that apple. There are plenty of eligible princesses on hotprincefinder.com. You don't need to eat that apple. Princess should be eating poisoned apples so that you'll kiss them. What? I mean, for some reason I don't trust this one. I think there are plenty of eligible princesses on hotprincefinder.com. I like that because it's making something up on the spot. Damn it. That's not what A finder? For hot princess? What is the sorcery? I must see it at once. You pull up the website on your phone, you've already got it bookmarked for no reason. Goodness, it even lists their pedigrees! And you're right, not all of them are even looking for sleeping princesses. This one's only looking for a princess who is a frog. That will be much simpler to achieve. I only need to anger a minor witch. This isn't what I was going for, Adel. God, if you're that hungry for dick, just buy a damn hooker. Dick? Who said anything about dick? Royal marriage is strictly a business arrangement. When it comes to romance, we are free to make our own decisions. That's good news for you, especially since Miranda seemed to really like your suggestion. Oh man, okay. So that was who would like the the decision better, right? So class, you can't go to class, so we're gonna go to the library. To earn more money. That day you spend some time on the library's PC sending malicious spam emails in the hopes of stealing other people's money. I'm gonna get a bit closer to the microphone here, hold on. There we go. That should be a bit better. You guys probably can't hear anything, but my audio levels... I can't hear any difference at least, but my audio levels look a little bit better even though I moved just the slightest fraction towards the microphone. It doesn't sound very nice, but who's really the one to blame if they respond to such a blatant scam? Lovecraftian Prince needs your assistance. Dear sir, I write to inform you about my desire to and to buy a house in your country, and I hope that this transaction will be given an urgent approval and will be treated with a strict confidence. I am Nyarlathotep from the Outer Worlds. Oh god, Nyarlathotep. I love you. You are the best. Lovecraftian horror. Late Father General Azazoth was the rebel leader who controlled the gold and the Mond regions for 27 years successfully with internal or external interference. That's what I can read from there. TZ Mail. You lose 10 karma and gain 2 money. You notice Vera showing off an elaborate new necklace to Miranda.
One and only Vera Oberlin.
Wow. Your voice is actually very sexy. They're the crown jewels of Lemuria. My family acquired them in a cutthroat business merger. Do you like them? Oh yes, very much. Such a shame about the Lemurian family, though. What? That they're all dead at the hands of their own servants? No, that was unavoidable once the true tragedy had taken place. They were no longer loved by their subjects. Fear, do you mean? Oh no, fear is scary. Love is what matters. I could not disagree more. You there, settle this dispute for us. What is the best way to let people know how powerful you are? Buy their houses, burn them down, then replace them with a water park. You don't need to convince anyone, just make everyone who doesn't love you disappear. Buy the house, burn them down, replace it with a water park. Ah. Not fun? Water parks? Do you mean to say that land dwellers have been stealing massive quantities of our sovereign water? Merely for your amusement? This explains why my uncle the Archduke was recently assassinated by the ambassador from SeaWorld. Shame on you, water thief! Off with your head! You make a hasty escape before Miranda can summon her guard. You lose 2 smarts and 1 fun. Aww. I lost 2 smarts. No. I need more smarts. Give me more smarts.
Sure.
Okay, you're in the library. That means I can go to the classroom. That day you listen to your elders and learn valuable lessons. Sometimes after all the monster nonsense and the dating gimmicks, you forget that attending class is supposed to be the primary activity at this high school. You gain 2 smarts. Later you see Vera cackling to herself in the hallway, which is whatever, but you might as well figure out why. Just practicing my prom queen acceptance speech in my mind. It's not like the title bears any meaning whatsoever, of course, and I really do consider the whole thing way beneath me. However, considering how much meaning other girls put on it, I can't risk some uppity bitch thinking she's better than I am. Plus, it's not bad branding either. I could see using a victory to start a line of successful prom queen accessories guaranteed to get you the win. Perfect prom shoes, the right makeup, fancy knives to take out your opponents. Speaking of which, I assume this goes without saying, but I'm not leaving anything to chance. I'll be doing a blood ritual to ensure my win. I still haven't found the exact details yet, but I'm optimistic that at least some of the items will be found in the shop. The only question is where exactly I can find the details for a proper blood ritual. Why didn't we ask the Coven? They're witches, they should know about blood magic. Literally just search the internet. Search the internet. Like, that's literally what it's there for. Ask the Coven, or search the internet. My smarts are pretty down. Creativity, boldness, charm. I'm probably not charming enough to speak to the Coven. Let's go search the internet. Oh, right. Good call. Sometimes you get so caught up in the grand scheme of exploiting your blood magic to secure petty victory that you forget about the little things. You and Vera scamper over to the library to put the school's computers to good use for once. For real, does anyone at the school use school resources for educational purposes? Let's just search. Blood magic to guarantee prom queen victory over basic bitches to maintain social status. That's pretty clear, right? Couldn't possibly be clearer. Seems like we're gonna need the blood of a former prom queen, the tongue of a goat, the earrings of an ancient goddess. Not exactly stuff that's going to be lying around, but when you're destined to be prom queen, you make it work. Not that I'm destined to be prom queen, or I wouldn't have to do blood magic in the first place. But hey, when you want to achieve greatness, you make your own destiny. You check the shop, I'll grab a goat, we'll meet up in the bathrooms to cut its tongue out and get this party started. Sounds like a party indeed, you gain 2 fun and 1 smart. Alright, week 2 noon.
Sure.
Sure. Let's sit over here. You arrive at your chosen table to find Miranda folding napkins with Vera. You want to know what this one is for, Vera? No. I'll take that as a yes. The rose-shaped napkin fold is for birthdays between the ages of 16 and 22. Miranda's hands move so fast, they're lightning, turning the rose into a gorgeous white swan. By contrast, the swan folding is for first weddings, third weddings, and swan giveaways. As a fashion enthusiast, I have never been so bored by a piece of fabric. Oh, and this black swan folding is for weddings where you plan to brutally murder all the guests. Not very popular, the black swan folding. Okay, that's sort of cool, but I'm still aggressively uninterested. Aggressively uninterested. You happen to have some napkin folding skills yourself, maybe you can spice up this interaction. You decide to show off your most impressive napkin fold. If you fold the napkin like so, we've done this one several times. This writhing snake fold is for when it's time to leave Vera alone and stop explaining napkin folds. Well, that's quite a specific fold. Under what circumstances would one use... Oh, I see. Damn right you see, and notice how my whole head is covered in writhing snakes. So basically just assume that don't talk to Vera about napkin time is all the time. It's a year-round festival. People the world over celebrate it by not folding napkins at me. Oh well, it's not a very it's not a very is it? You explain that what your fold lacks in its complexity, it makes up for with the 12 ounces of cobra venom it can spit at will. Right, well, I see we subscribe to different schools of napkinry. I'll leave you two to it then. Your reward for running Miranda off is a one-on-one lunch with Vera. You've never felt so alive. Can't she, like, turn me to stone just by looking at me? I swear
sure.
That's something she can do. It sounds like this dude agrees with me. Alright, outdoors. I actually need to go to the shop and see what we can get.
Show me that money.
Last night I read this article on how money causes pocket cancer in the long run. You don't want to get pocket cancer. Quick, give me that dangerous money you have in your still healthy pockets. Alright, so... the fake badass tattoo. What is this? A Russian... What? Well, hold on, what is this? A tampon used by the former prom queen? This is exactly what we need! You know, for good old blood rituals, or in case you're just a creep with an unhealthy obsession, don't even dare ask me how I got this. Oh man, what else did we need? We needed... blood of a goat. No, we needed the tongue of a goat. We needed... blood of a former prom queen, which we can get. What is this? Badass tattoo, just add water. 5 or older. That is one derpy as hell snake. Oh man. Well, we're just gonna pick up this tampon, I guess.
Later, Gator.
What? Yeah, who would want to save money for their college fund when you can spend it on weird stuff that's mostly useless? That's the spirit, champ. We just had... I need to check this achievement quickly. Perv, you bought a used tampon just because. Ugh. Hey, no, I have... I love how it has a radiation warning on it. I bought it because of a very important reason. Alright, so I got the bloody tampon. That's good. That's great. That's exactly what we needed to get this rolling.
Sure.
And then we need to go to the bathrooms? Oh, but the cat is in the bathrooms. I want to increase my class. I don't think I've read that one before. I should have read it. You're making your daily protection payment to Vera when
Greetings.
suddenly... No, not him! No, go away! Oh my god! You annoying motherfucker! No, I don't want you! Everyone, stop what you're doing and look at my majestic visage! The interdimensional prince, muscling in on my territory, are you? Not at all, my darling Viperess. I am here strictly in a business capacity. Business, you say? I'm all ears, except for my snakes, which are tongues and teeth. It's simple economics, my love. You are an aspiring crime kingpin. I am a prince. I propose a merger. A merger of our resources, our minds, our bodies, and our spirits.
Not bad.
Interesting. Oh no, Vera's getting out her calculator. She decides this merger is financially viable. Good luck asking her to prom. But how will you undermine Vera's confidence in the prince's financial status? Replace all his gold with fish? Steal all his money with your high-frequency trading algorithm, Carl. So smart! Oh yeah, we're so smart! Before we draw up the contract, I hope... Oh, this is Vera. Before we draw up the contract, I hope you won't mind providing a full accounting of your assets. Of course not, my dear. As you can see from this spreadsheet, my entire kingdom is owned by someone named Carl? Let me see that. Ah, you idiot! Carl isn't a person. It's a computer algorithm. It probably stands for something like computerized autonomous robotic light bulb. Nope, it doesn't stand for anything. It's just Carl. You gain 2 boldness and 1 smarts. Alright, noon. Oh no!
Sure.
We only have 1 more night before... Oh god. You take your C10. If you didn't know any better, you'd say that it seems like Vera and Polly are almost more interested in their phones than they are in you. And you do know better. And you know that, yes, this is exactly what is happening right now. There's nothing personal, Wynn. It's just that Polly and I are very engrossed in texting our financial slave. Yeah, it's pretty hard to compete with some guy whose fetish is buying you anything you want. That's my fetish too. Not buying things for people. Having people buy things for me. Duh. Good thing he's rich enough to take care of both of us. You know what they say. True friendship is sharing secrets and financial slaves. Still, I worry that this arrangement might not be sustainable. What happens if he runs out of money? Our cash flow instantly stops. Besides, being handed everything you want on a platter. In this case, the platter being an online money transferring platform, is almost boring. Yeah, I get that. It's a little less boring when you're on as much cocaine as I am on right now, but I see what you mean. If we could somehow turn this into a business venture, then maybe it would get interesting. And we could continue to profit even after he's gone broke from catering to our every whim. I mean, how interesting do you think business actually is? And he's so obsessed with us, we should just tell him to do something totally insane, and see if he does it. I don't know. A weirdo giving away his money and getting into hijinks is great and all, but I want to start making real money. And I think money is fine and all, but my favorite currency is chaos. Girl after my own heart. It seems like the ladies are at a very exciting crossroads. Maybe a random bystander can give them a nudge in the right direction. You can easily grow this arrangement into a business. Just escalate and delegate. Have the financial slave go and acquire his own financial slave to give him money. And have that financial slave go and find a financial slave. Aha! Bad laugh, but anyway. That would increase our income exponentially, immediately. Which are two of my absolute favorite adverbs when it comes to monetary gain. I mean, one financial slave between the two of us is already strangely enough a lot to handle. So managing an army of them sounds draining. But as long as it's a pyramid scheme, and we're at the top of the pyramid where we don't have to actually deal with lowlifes, who cares? I think I'll just go check on my toilet wine. Oh, don't worry about her. Polly wouldn't know a good business idea if it slapped her on the arse. Which happened one time, actually, but it's a long story, so forget it. Anyway, we can tell people in order to become official certified financial slaves, they have to buy a kit of supplies. And they'll start a dirt slave, and then if they get 5 financial slaves under them, they can become a pathetic ground slave. And then they can work their way all the way up to gold, diamond, platinum, slut, chow, mocho, grand, supreme slave. This was a great idea, Wynn. We should go write the business plan together and prepare to profit. Did Vera just say she wants to profit with you? Holy shit, Vera sharing her cash flow is like third base for her. Awesome! Alright, yep, week 3 evening.
Sure.
Oh. Alright, we need to go to the bathroom. What is it? Is that my... That's my jumper. Nothing looks different. Oh! I see it now. When I saw this, I was like, where's Hyde? But Hyde is right there. You see it. You have to look very, very closely. This would be a perfect time for a jump scare. But you can see it. It's there. You see the top of the H. You see the Y there. The D there. And then the E. The first 2 spokes of the E right there. So Jekyll loves Hyde. Ugh. The romance is strong in this game. That day you skip class and then just hang out in the bathrooms because you respect no authority. I guess some people just wanted to watch the world burn by skipping class and hanging out in the bathroom to give 0 shit and 2 boldness. Vera! Yes! I know it's Vera because there's blood pooling on the floor. Which I can only see through a close inspection. Excuse me. And Vera standing over it, smiling broadly, holding the carcass of a skinned goat. Hey, thanks for coming. The fun is just getting started. I know we only need the goat's tongue, but like, if you're going to take the tongue from a goat, might as well take the skin too and make yourself a sweet pair of boots. Not that I know how to sew, or I would take the time... Or would take the time to, even if I did, but Miranda had some mer slaves I can borrow. It's a pretty nice tongue, right? Not too fat, not too thin, the right kind of purple. I think I'll be the most beautiful, regal, feared prom queen ever to grace Spooky High School in no time at all. It's not a bad plan, except that spiders need to relieve themselves too, and it's at that moment Principal Giant Spider walked in to use the toilet. Oh hey, good afternoon, Principal Giant Spider. I'm just holding this skinned goat on school properties because it's for Animal Abuse 3. We're getting a head start on our homework. This goat is a spy from a rival institution who's sent here to blow up. It's from Animal Abuse 3. Yeah! Look at that! Principal Giant Spider nods appreciatively. It's always nice to see our students taking initiative about learning things. I'm very proud of the school's successful and well-organized extracurriculars and the healthy social life of my students. But it does seem like people get a bit hung up on certain school events. Seriously, prom is one night. One night! A proper education lasts a lifetime. Yep, and that's why we're so glad to be doing this right now, because it has nothing to do with prom. Just good old-fashioned learning. Alright, students, carry on with your learning. Prom! One night! Honestly, I'm not even going to try to become prom queen. Principal Giant Spider exits, leaving you and Vera to pocket the necessary goat tongue. I'm not trying to be prom queen. I will be prom queen. 2 down, goddess earrings to go. Maybe Principal Giant Spider had a point about focusing on schoolwork. Fuck it. Prom's awesome. You gain 2 fun rung, 1 creativity. Oh no, we didn't get the goddess tears. Or the goddess things.
Hi.
Okay, Vera. Yes. Yes. Let's do it.
Sure.
Vera. You're asking me to go to the prom with you? Have you seen yourself in a mirror? Your face is a crime against humanity. And not one of the crimes against humanity I enjoy perpetrating. Bye, loser.
Prom with you? No.
We needed those goddess earrings. Your failure made you so despised by society that you were exiled to the wilds, where you joined a pack of wolves. Still, you were so bad at social interaction that you also failed at getting a date for wolf prom. Oh no. Most likely to get anal bleaching, Jesus. Vera, best at being disappointed. Oh, nice. Oh man, we were almost there. Like, we only needed the goddess earrings, which actually sounds like a multi-stage process. But, oh boy, alright, well. Oh man, we were so close. I think that was the closest we've ever gotten. Those 3 weeks were maybe the most epic and absurd weeks of our lives. After Monster Prom, we kept on living our lives, falling in love, battling for friendship, and learning who we are and who we could be. And you know what? As it always does, life happened, and it was wonderful. Damien became a renowned drag racer until he died in the most badass way during a race. At the funeral, you spotted him hidden amongst the crowd. He winked at you. Ah, sly Damien. Damien, sly, very sly. Vera realized she was a character in a video game. Which infuriated her. She spent her life making connections and building power because she's not part of the game, she plays the game. So be careful, maybe now she's the one pulling your strings. Scott turned out to be a genius and became the most renowned mathematician in the country. Oh hey Scott, we haven't seen you at all. JK, he became an athlete, duh. He's still a bit of a simpleton, but as lovable and as good-hearted as ever. During those 3 weeks, Monster Prom seemed bigger than life, and then it was gone, just like that. The battle for Monster Prom might have ended then, but there are lots of battles left in the world called youth, but once again, we were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start. Alright, well, that is gonna do it for this attempt. We're gonna go again, and we're gonna see if we can't get more Vera. We're probably gonna do a full 1 hour playthrough, because we don't have enough time. We barely have enough time, really. But anyway, that's gonna do it. Thank you guys for watching, hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Take care.